What is up, guys? It's your boy Torius here. Back in with another video. Back in with another video. And today I'm going to be talking about how she don't really want a thug. So smash the like button. Comment below what you think. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. Wow, that's an L bus driver on God, bro. On God.
Shut up and take my mortar.
So, you know, like not even just growing up, but like just hearing about like girls, like what girls want. You know, girls always like rappers. They always like thugs. They always like, you know, girls always say, oh, I like thugs. Like I would ask girls like, what kind of guys you like? And they would always say thugs. And like even my ex, I remember I asked my ex one time, I was like, what kind of guys do you like? He's like, I always like thug niggas. And obviously to me, like, you know, like I don't claim to be a thug, right? Like I'm not a, you know, like I don't claim to be from the streets, and they don't come off like that. So it's like, I feel like girls, they just say that because they want to create some type of insecurity in you, right? Like how when girls say, oh, I don't like short guys. It's like, or like, oh, I don't like guys with little dicks, or I don't like guys who are like, you know, like your skin color or whatever. Like things that you can't change, right? Like things that you can't change.
Shut up and take my mortar.
Is what girls like. Girls like the things that you can't change, or they don't like the things that you can't change. You know, like the opposite is like guys, we like the things that girls can change, like their weight or like their makeup and shit, right? So like, I remember I was listening to this interview, right? And the interview bro was like, oh, if a nigga got liposuction, the nigga's gay, right? And the way he said it, it made me realize that's like, I mean, I already knew this. It's like, you shouldn't be changing yourself for a girl, right? Like what they always say, like, don't change yourself just to match one girl. You should just be yourself all the time. Like, especially when I'm on dates with girls, right? Even if I'm hanging out with a girl and I'm trying to get at her, like, I would not switch up. I'm gonna just be myself, because it's like, there's no point. Like, when you think about it long term, there really is no point in like being someone that you're not. Like, you should always be yourself. Like, if you have some type of controversial opinion, you know, just keep it to yourself. But you know, like, you don't have to expose that part of you, but you can always be yourself. You know, just don't be something that you're not. And you know, that's why, like, when girls say, "Oh, I like thugs," when they say that I like thugs, what they really mean is like, they just like a guy who's not a pussy, right? Like, you don't have to wear a wife beater. You don't have to have dreads. You don't have to have like your pants sagging and have a gun. You get me? Like, you don't have to be like, or like talk how like a black person, right? Like, you don't have to pretend to be I'm this gangster nigga. You don't have to pretend to be like that. Just don't be a pussy. Don't be like even if you're a nerd, like, be able to beat something up. You gotta see like relationships. Like, the dynamics between relationships is like your girl's a flower, right? Your girl's a flower, and you're a wall. A garden is called a garden not because it has plants in it. A garden is a walled area, right? A garden is an area with a wall in it, and in the wall you plant. It's like a botanical garden. You plant botanicals. You plant like pretty like flowers and shit. The wall protects the botanicals because they're very delicate, right? You have to. It's like women are like, when they say like, oh, girls don't want to. I don't want to. Like, girls always be like, oh, I don't want to expose that part of myself for a nigga who's not gonna take care of me, type, right? Like, if she doesn't feel safe around you, like, you gotta make her feel safe. Like, you gotta be that wall in the garden. Like, that's what the thug is, right? The thug, it's not a nigga who robs a liquor store. The thug. Damn, the girl's bad as fuck. The thug is the dude who protects her, right? You gotta make her feel safe. Like, you can be a businessman or anyone. Like, if you're like with a girl and some dude comes up to her and he's like, oh, let me get your number, you gotta be like, yeah, not chill, bro, she's good, right? She's good. Like, I'm a nigga. I'm like right here. I'm like, you know, get the fuck out, right? You gotta have that intimidating presence. That's what girls like. Girls like to be intimidated by you. Like, you gotta be like scary, kind of. That's why girls don't like nerds. That's why like girls are like, oh, I don't have any niggas. Like, niggas are like, oh, I don't have any girls. I can't get any girls. It's because you're not scary. It's like a nigga can step all over you, right? Like when they say like, oh, if she could walk all over you, then she don't want you. Like, you don't want to be that doormat. You feel me? So it's like you gotta toughen up. Like, the only thing, like, dudes be trying to look pretty. They're like, oh, girls only care about looks. Girls don't care about looks unless it's like you look scary. Like, you look like a nigga in jail. Right? That's what they like. They like a nigga who niggas are scared to try. You feel me? Because if they can try you, then they can try your girl. It's like you're the protection of her. She's not like, if like, let's look at it like this, right? Like, your girl is gonna be like masculine and she's by herself, right? That's why when you go up to girls, they're like real protective and they're like, ugh. Okay? They give that thought, like that guarded energy, like, oh, don't fucking talk to me, da da da. But if you make her feel, you know, like, when you make her feel protected, that's why I feel like women who are with their girl, like girls that are with their boyfriends, they're always the easiest to approach, right? In a sense that's like, they're easy to approach because they're more unguarded because their niggas there. So it's like their niggas don't guarding them. But she is more like if she really likes a nigga, her femininity is gonna really blossom. But if she doesn't really like him that much, you can feel like her masculinity. It's like, you know, she has like a guard up. So it's easier to like go to a girl who's like with her nigga, because her nigga is the one providing that lowering of her defense. So it's like, oh, but look at that girl, she's easy to get. But she's not easy because that her nigga will fucking beat your ass. It's like, yeah, a lot of married women, I feel like that way about a lot of married women too. But basically the whole thing is like, you just gotta, you know, you just gotta be like tough. You feel me? You just don't be like, the reason why girls like celebrities is because they were tough enough to withstand, because it's like a 1% chance that you're gonna become a celebrity, right? Because you have the weight of the world. It's like, you know, you got bills and shit. So girls like celebrities because they were able to be tough enough to be like, fuck all that shit, I'm just gonna, you know, even like dudes making money, because it takes a lot of time and effort and patience to make a lot of money. So it's like, when you're tough enough to go through like all the hardships, that's what girls like, because girls don't want a nigga who's gonna, like, if you're broke, it's because you're not tough enough to go through the hardships. You're not tough enough to, because I'm not gonna lie, like, I be a broke dude a lot, right? And the thing is like, when you're broke and it's like the only thing you can think about is pussy, like, as a dude, like, all you can think about is girls, like, girls. Like, that's why dating coaches make so much money, because they're just like, dudes just want girls, you know, just want to raise them up. But if you're just thinking about girls all the time, then you're broke, right? Because you're just thinking, how can I get a girl? I forgot what I was talking about. You just gotta be tough. Oh yeah, because you're just thinking about, how can I get girls, and you're not thinking, how can I enrich my life? How can I do better? How can I have more security in my life? Right? But girls are very distracting. Like, girls are a huge distraction. That's why, like, when you're young, it's best to just, like, it's so funny, like, they say that, well, when you're young, don't think about girls. You shouldn't even be thinking about girls. And it's like, all you can think about is girls. So you're like, fuck you, I just want this girl. But she's gonna drain you. She's gonna drain your wallet. Like, you gotta have something to drain. That's why, like, if you want a girl to suck your dick, to drain your balls, it's like, you gotta have something that can drain. You gotta have something. If you don't have nothing to drain, she's not gonna drain you. You feel me? So that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new, and if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Torius at 6 Feet Interviews. I'll make a video talking about your question. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the description, and to donate to my charity, A Hand on the Mountain. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.